Oh my God. Yes, allow it. Right, I just need to put a wee title in. Oh my God. Yes, allow it. Oh, right, wait a minute. So, we'll name it after. Name it after. Hello. So, I mean, yeah, the important thing is, hello, Sarah. Hello, Nix. Right. So the important thing is I tried, do you know? So, and by the way, I didn't plan that, but you see what God is doing, what the guides are doing. It's really pretty clever. The whole premise behind my challenge, and by the way, even if I'm not running the challenge, which I am running the challenge soon. But this whole thing was a loose challenge, remember? But it was holding space for us to just get on with things. And I don't know about you, but I have really been getting on with things. I'm quite shocked at the things I've been getting on with. Um, but yeah, that didn't go to plan. So for me, but the thing is, it was kind of an off the cuff thing anyway, because I was wanting to do a bit of testimonial sharing and everything this week, but I can't believe it's Friday tomorrow already. So I mean, if that ends up happening tomorrow, then fine. But yeah, the important thing is I tried that and I don't know what's wrong. So I'll test it again tomorrow or something at some point. But it must be in the settings, the microphone and the mic or something must be off. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I like doing it on Zoom, so but it's got better features on StreamYard, but that's funny. I was talking. I was. That was hilarious when you said that next because I was like, yeah. And that's why I was like, you know me too well because I was talking away, but I was just saying all of this. I was like, yep, I'm just figuring it out, and then I laughed when I saw what you said. So anyway, hi guys. So yes, um, just finished watching New Year for Ascension. Oh yes, no, that was. I was very tired, but yes. And also by the way, so actually, while we wait on people to come, I'm actually just gonna. Sorry, a little bit rude. I'm actually just gonna upload the day. Oh, one. Oh, how interesting. I love you, but I don't like you anymore. That's intense, isn't it? But that must be, look, that's from one day. I don't know if you would just trust me. It's that's just came up on the timeline. So I'll maybe just watch it a little bit. Not right now, and then I'll know to share it in the thingy if it but that's very twin flames and it's a very annoying I can't really watch that. It's just really annoying because it's just really annoying, isn't it? You just both piss about. Um what was I going to do there? Oh yeah, just I'll upload the just so that it's there for you when you because that was a really good video that I just done right before on here. So obviously not me, God speaking through me. Um, right, so I'll just get that uploaded while we're right. So how are you doing? How are you doing? I like how sometimes it has the chat box there on the laptop, and sometimes it doesn't enough to go on the phone. But it's a lot easier when it's on the actual thing. How are you doing? I am very tired. So, but I got quite a good sleep last night. But I was saying to my mum, it was funny because I must have fallen asleep I think I maybe fell asleep about 10:30 or 11 or something. And then I was like, right, that's great. It doesn't matter if I sleep for 12 hours or something. And then I woke up and I thought it was 6 in the morning. I was like, that's a bit early. It was 10 past midnight. I've been asleep for about 90 minutes or so. I was like, wow, body, that's not enough. That's not enough. So I think I just watched a few videos and stuff and then must have fallen asleep again at like I'm assuming 3 in the. I don't know when I fell asleep, but so I don't know. Just going to say holy shit balls to synchronicities. Yes, that is by the way, that's exactly what I have that's what I've said in that video. Like you know this, everybody that's been on my radar, 9 years, whatever it is, or longer if you've known me since before I was in public. That's always my experience. And when people come into contact with any of the work, like it just if you weren't already experiencing that, which a lot of you do, it amps up. But like I said, like synchronicity, serendipity is my life, but it is overwhelming for me too. And if I'm saying that, it's bad. But like I said in that video, I'm not complaining. Don't take it away. I love my life like that. But it's like, whoa. Past life stuff. Past life stuff is crazy. About to head to work in half an hour, so been resting a bit more. Oh yeah, I hope that goes well. Yeah, no, we were talking for a very long time, me and Sarah, so we're definitely kindred spirits. Uh, so um oh, I've just noticed you've got. Did you have that before? I think you did, eh? I've just noticed you've got the wee fountain and the dove in the picture. I know where the dove was now. Sorry, I know where the fountain was. I put the fountain in the shorts for one of the yogi tea bags. So that's where, because I was like, I used a fountain emoji, but I don't usually. And where did I use it? And it was because it had the word in it. So, um, right, so let's, before I do some collective energies, who would like a free card? And I feel like I want to use these Mary Magdalene cards because I've had a lot of Mary Magdalene synchronicities this week that's kind of blowing my mind. Oh, and I know even there, look, I didn't mean that. Roses, Mary Magdalene again. And I've pulled, by the way, I've pulled two true love cards today, including one with Jesus and Mary Magdalene on it. I think. I'm assuming it is because it was like what it said true love and it had a woman and a man. So if it's no Mary Magdalene and Jesus, it's another true love pair, but I think it is Mary Magdalene and Jesus. So what that means to translate it is there's reunions and unions. Um I need to turn down the heater because it's I brought the big heater through here, which is really not even that big, but it's too hot now. I'm actually just going to turn that right down to 1. Right, so but yeah, my voice is I can't tell whether usually when my throat is sore, I'm channeling collective energy. But when I have, because I've just gotten used to doing the Zooms again, like, I'm getting back to that. And especially when I do long ones, which is really every time I do it, not as long as ever, Sarah. Basically, I'm just aware that I'm like, right, I can't be sitting here for like 4 hours or something. But I think 2 hours max, but I think I'll only be here about an hour. But everybody knows I say that and it doesn't happen. So, right, okay, so let's do one for, oh my God, look back at your comments. I said Jesus was going to be in the house. Yes, Jesus is in the house. Yes, Jesus is in the house. Right, so um let's see. So what have we got for next then? And then Sarah, would you like a card as well? And I think I'll just stick with this Mary Magdalene deck, unless somebody really didn't want it. What's for next? Oh, wow. Oh, amazing. So you're really in line with the collective. That's the one I just pulled in that video we just done. Angels. Love it. Mary Magdalene and Jesus. Again, I think it must be. Oh no, I can check in the book. Witness, I am fully seen. Whoa, that's intense. Look. Oh, so you must be really aligning that inner energy and getting closer to reunions. Wait a minute, right, I'll put that down. So let's read this. Angels. I'm loving angels instead. And through it all, she offers me protection. That's where most people lose it, isn't it? And I'm no different. A love, love and affection. Well, she's running, kind of. Anyway, so maybe my auntie in spirits with me because that was her funeral song. I have never been alone. Mary Magdalene loved equally Christ's physical body and his intangible soul. So after Christ is crucified by the Roman Empire, she goes searching for his body in the dark and alone. And after she finds the tomb empty, even that's weird that you made that joke and I'm reading these cards and this one came out. You know what I'm saying? That's weird. But it's meant to be. And after she finds the tomb empty, she starts weeping because Mary, like Christ, is also human. According to the Gospel of John, a voice then asks Mary, "Why are you weeping?" Mary looks up to see who asked her this question, and she can suddenly perceive 2 angels standing before her. They're standing at the places where Christ's head and feet had been. She tells him that she's weeping because they've taken Christ's body away and she doesn't know where. The angels are facing her so they can see who is already standing behind her as she's speaking. She's standing there thinking she is without Christ when they can see clearly that he's right there beside her. That is so, like, I just cannot with the fucking dreams and synchronicities. And that's so crazy that then that one's on the bottom. And it's like that, you know what I mean? Because this is Sorry, I just burped there. That's when I'm clearing energy, though, just to make it clear. I have to make that clear for new people. It's like, well, she just casually burps on the live stream. Um, yeah, this could make sense to anyone, but I just had to stress that for people that um don't know that. So Mary turns, then hears Christ ask this exact same question. The angels asked her, "Why are you weeping?" She doesn't recognize Christ at first. She thinks he's the gardener. Oh, where are those? These are the cards I need to find. The gardener and the garden and the guy that goes to the garage, the chivalrous man and the luminous woman. I need the true love reading cards. Um, so she asks him if he took Christ's body away. Christ then says Mary, and then hearing her name and his voice, Mary knows immediately who is standing before her. Rabboni, she exclaims, which is ancient Hebrew for teacher. Oh, next, when the teacher is ready, the student, oh, sorry, when the student, I fucked it up. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And I feel with Twin Flames, it's not like Divine Feminine's the teacher, Divine Masculine's the student, it's both, and that's what should humble you both. Um, and that's the problem you see for a lot of the journey is when the Divine Masculine starts to awaken, they've got to get out of looking at the Divine Feminine like they're a guide and a teacher and an angel. Because like I've said before, well, I might not have said it before, but it seems to be coming out of my mouth now. I think that could arise problems for, well, keeping it equal and also other problems in other areas of your life, depending on what you're into. Right, okay, so this moment is the memory that we're never alone. Even as we're weeping, our knees on our knees and in the dark, all the love we can ever imagine is already right here. Where love remains within the human heart, this moment is the memory that love is stronger than death. I might swap decks, by the way. I'm not being funny, but after I read Nyx and Sarah, I might swap decks, unless somebody really wanted one of these. This moment is the memory, just because they're so long, the memory that's often when we're out of our most human, bereft, heartbroken, and vulnerable, that the angels can finally be heard. So again, Nyx and anyone, I feel a lot of the Divine Masculine energy may really be resonating with this. That, we're often broken down to our darkest moments to reach out to a higher power for help. Like, to receive that love. That's what the Dark Night is all about. This moment is the memory that the energy of love is a bridge between worlds. The paradox is being human is that when we're humble enough to feel the depths of our grief, we are directly connected to the experience of how love never ends. We're directly connected to all the love that constantly calls. Wow, I can feel a lot of heart chakra healing and activation coming in there. That constantly calls out to us invisibly from within. And it says, "What are my angels saying to me in this moment?" And I'm going to get one of these. What else does she need to know? Oh, I'm going to start crying. I felt it. So that was really coming in from your mum there. That's beautiful. A mother's love is reaching out to you at this time and holding you close. She knows how much you miss her and wants to remind you that the special bond of love can never be broken. So I felt, I feel like whenever it is you've last been talking to your mum, that's just, a little wink that she hears what you're saying and she's sending you those synchronicities. So whatever it is that's been happening, she's really been trying very hard to get those messages to you. So I hope that meant something to you. I hope I haven't made you cry or anything like that, but we like making people cry around here if it's tears of joy. Um, right, so let's get one for Sarah. Hello, Charlotte. Yes, I know. Thank you. I saw your comment before I came off. I think I can look back and see what's happening, but I mean, I suppose you were saying it was just a blank screen, eh? But that is the point that it's I didn't arrange it like that, but it's messy action. It's better than doing nothing, and and I'll figure that out. It'll be a technical thing, but I did just think to sort of do that more recently because I've been wanting to do it for ages because I tried StreamYard before and I didn't like it, but they've really upped their game, so. I'll pay for it and take all the shit away if they like the logo if I like it, but it's change. You know what I mean? So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I just came back here because I can't be arsed for that tonight. My front door camera keeps sending me notifications, but it's just the cast. That's quite funny. Is it linked to your phone? Thank you. Was just talking last night. Oh, that's beautiful. Right, okay. So it's 222 there. Love it. Right, so what have we got for Sarah? What have we got? I'm interested to see what comes out here. What have we got for Sarah? Charlotte, I'd imagine you would like one of these too. And then maybe if nobody rushes in after you, I'm going to swap decks because these are quite lengthy. But it's actually really funny because it's like I feel like yeah, I feel definitely the people that were meant to come on and get these well, it's always the people that are meant to get the messages, but that's really pretty wow. That's like another synchronicity in itself. Um, right, Sada's card is I feel like I want to cry again. I don't know what the fuck this true love energy is today, but it's really powerful. I've never seen this card and it's beautiful. And just for the fact that I've got rose mugs as well, that's making me shake a little bit. I'm just sorry, I need to fucking get a grip. I'm going to light the sage again. Sorry, this is what I mean when I'm channeling this energy. It's like it's pretty indescribable, and this is what happened to me last night. Again, I'm not going to go into detail, right? But I woke up and because like I said, I fell asleep and I woke up and I was having downloads and weird dreams, and then, but that's my life. And then I woke up and I was actually looking at entirely different things. I was looking at something on Amazon, and then I got led to like several different synchronicities. One of them was that Oracle of Delphi. After I keep saying that's what I'm connected to in a past life, and there's an actual deck of cards, so that's on the way. I was like, I need to get them, and then. So that was weird enough. And then I was guided to all this other stuff as well. And it's just, yeah, fucking crazy. I trust divine timing, the rose. Everything comes from within. So before I even read this card, I really do feel that at some point, now I'm not going to home in on when, but at some point, I do feel you're going to have an actual rose or roses coming towards you, like some kind of gesture of romance. Yeah, doesn't take a genius to work out like, but I am getting that right. So in divine timing and fucking hell. Like, we're just going to all take Sarah's message, okay? But seriously, because Sarah is in reunion on the way to union, it's like, look at this message. The rose, I trust divine timing. Silence, I speak from my heart. Love is already won. So, really, the message is here. Whenever your physical union is, it doesn't really matter right now. Everything comes from within. When you keep aligning that inner energy, love is already won. Like, it is happening. This is so powerful. Like, this is what I just said is because like it's like some of the people that are on the live just it's like because you have both said it's all right actually, so normally I wouldn't do that, but like because I've connected with both of you recently, I said that in the video that it's like this there is a I can't stand twin flame healers, especially because most of them are all fake, not all of them, but when someone's like, yeah, pay me 5 grand and I'll get you into union, it's like that ain't possible, right? But the weird thing is it's almost like when you don't do things like that and you just hold space for a miracle. And like I said, it is just my frequency anyway. Like I literally am here to bring in the twin flame unions. Crazy stuff happens. Like, like people do their twins come to the door, twins, like when I've been on Zooms with people or they've called them or they phone them. But it's like, with some of yous, it's like, like I said on the video, it's like you were all you're already talking to yours, but there is it's like it speeds it up. That's what it reminds me of. A woman I worked with, the last woman I worked with, and I said this something there. I think I said it in the one earlier. I'm getting mixed up. Said it somewhere. um but yeah, it was actually her that noticed that. She was like basically like because she's going to do a video at some point, and I keep going to say someone's name, but I would never do that. But person, you know who you are. Please, for the love of God, email me because I missed you. I'm worried about you, and I'm just hoping that you're just. I was about to say something really bad there, but that would be really funny. I was just about to say, I hope you're just having fun with your person, and that's why I'm not hearing back. But yeah, but anyway, she had the last I spoke to her, she was like, I have to do a video or an interview with you just to let people know how much you helped me because that person has went from getting away from a karmic partner to me supporting through a divorce to then like there were people that was like, oh, thinking it was a twin, but it wasn't, and I've supported through that. And then but it was very soon after we started doing deeper work that she met her true twin flame. So because like I said, sometimes it is a bit of a minefield, but it's like I keep with the person so that you stick with that, what Sarah's card is. So bear in mind, if you don't know that about me, when I start talking like that about it seems like I'm going off topic, it's not. It means whatever I'm talking about is for the person. So Sarah, this is all meaningful to you. So yeah, but yeah, I trust in divine timing. So let's see what this is all about. And I went on a journey like that with that woman too. Like I really wanted to work with her sooner than what she was ready to work with me. So I had to surrender and let go, like you have to do with your own divine masculine. Because like that's actually the woman, one of the many women, probably the top women that is scarily like my divine masculine. So we're very, very close, but it's weird. It's like, it's intense. Like we can't get off the video sometimes, like when we talk to each other. It sounds weird, doesn't it? But you fucking all know what I mean. It is like it's the twin power. It's the connection that we all feel. But yeah, so oh look, I just opened the book up at that one, The Silence. That's so weird. Do you know that song? I don't know very well, and it's like I found peace in the silence. I don't know who it's by, but it's came on the Spotify twice today. So there's something about the silence. Right, let me see what you said. I kept thinking that today. My heart feels so strong, and I've been saying no matter what happens, my love is already here. Oh my, I just got chills. Oh my God, that is beautiful. That is and Sarah is absolutely beautiful, both physically and her soul. Like, and yeah, just anyway, like I'm saying, I'm nearly crying again. Like, seriously, this is the bit. It's so yeah. Anyway, let's just move on because I do honestly like. I just yeah, I feel very grateful for having connected with some of you. In fact, that's so weird. Everyone that's on the live stream, I've either already connected with you or I'm connecting with you like later. See what I mean? That's not a coincidence. That's magical. And I love everyone else that has not got a Zoom with me this week or next week or ever. You know what I mean? But that's not a coincidence. Right. So it says, when the ego is silent, what do I hear my heart share? But let's read the rose. And also, you know the song, The Rose. Oh, Sarah, I'm going to test. Well, I don't. You don't need to play the game if you don't want to. But what do you think what do you think this says? I'm going to give you a massive clue. I've already spoke about it when I said hi to you. That's quite a big, massive clue, and it is an animal. What do you think this says? Just confirmation of what you'd emailed, what we spoke about. This is just mental, man. Some people will be like, "This is total speaking in code, eh?" Because some people will be like, "What's going on?" But really, I'm like, "What's going on as well?" It's just crazy, crazy cool. Right, where is the rose? True love. There's true love again. True love all exists. True love, union. Where is the rose? Is it before S? Must be under R. The rose. There we are. Right, okay, so, but I'll give it a minute because it takes ages. And I'll show you what the other one was when yes, it is, of course, a dove. The dove. And it's so funny because although I spoke about Mary Magdalene with everyone that I've done sessions with lately, right? But um I didn't plan to use those cards. Do you know what I mean? Like I just done that randomly but it's never random. Like it was, but that's just so that you got that, like so that you both got those messages. It's just amazing. Spirit speaks through the body. What is spirit communicating to me right now through my body? So, and I'd imagine it's communicating through you that you're tired as well as the amazing synchronicities that we're all getting because that's what mine is doing too. Right, so I trust divine timing. So much of our life, wait a minute, I trust, hang on. Sarah, how much time have you got now? It's not, the half an hour hasn't been yet, has it? It won't take me half an hour to read the card, but I do need to just do this. It's just, there we go. You see, they're showing you. Do you see how much my energy calms down when I do that? Whoa, going crazy. I bet you that's interference trying to stop these people that are close to union and reunion. They're like, no, we cannot let the twins talk. We cannot let them be cute. We cannot let them meet up, and we definitely can't let them have a sacred union or any other kind of union you want to have. Right, okay, so for God's sake, can you just doing it in my nail? I must be superwoman or something. I just done that and it didn't burn my hand. Wonder Woman. Right, there we go. Right, okay. Tired, but also lots of peace. Yes. Remember as well, right? Both people. I mean, look, there's not many people in the chat right now, but again, it's because you both said that's all right to say. So remember, whenever anybody does anything like that with me, right? Drink loads of water and sleep as much as you can, and don't question if you're feeling tired, like, oh, I shouldn't really be having a nap. Just have a nap when you can, and yeah, really integrate the energy. And yeah, like I said, usually takes place about 3 weeks from the day, but it can happen sooner. Of your power coming back to you. Right, okay, um, so much of our lives, for so much of us, is focused on what happens outside of us, on what we do or produce. And what we produce or earn or accumulate is then linked to a sense of self-worth, a sense of purpose, and even a sense of status or importance in the world. What we've forgotten is the majesty of what cannot be seen or quantified. We've forgotten about cultivating a capacity to love and be loved. We've forgotten that tending to the essence of who we are is our most important occupation. We've forgotten that the most powerful contribution we can ever offer is not actually something we can point to outside of us, sell, market, or frame, or put on a wall for praise. I'm sorry, but this card is so. I mean, I'm talking. Sorry, see what I mean? This is what past lives do. I'm talking about Sarah like I've known her for years and like we know each other really well. We literally just met on the Zoom the other night. You know what I mean? This is what it's like though. And I know that Sarah feels like that about me too. It's just weird. It's weird. It's weird. Um, but it's cool. But this feels very you, like, just there to be of service and quietly and not all about the like the money and the things that most people are about, basically, like the wrong reasons. The most powerful contribution we have to offer the world is the love we become. Many of us have a very clear idea of what external accomplishments we want to achieve by a certain point in life. And if we don't live up to those expectations, we judge that we've failed. But we cannot force and contrive a cultivation. Oh my God, major crown chakra activations incoming. My head's on fire. My head's on fire. It really is. It's like it's on fire. The embodiment and the rise of the soul. I'm feeling what your twin's going through. Like I know when it's like you will be feeling it too, but I know that that's what I'm feeling right now. Um, this form of soul work happens in Kairos. I think that's how you say it, which is the Greek word. Oh, you'll probably know actually. Sarah's really intelligent. I'm not saying that none of the rest of us aren't, right, but it's like, and actually I realised why when it's one of your placements is a yeah, it's yeah, just that's what struck me, is just you're really clever. Um, but linear time has nothing to do with the essence of who we are or what is offering we can make in our lives. Does that make sense? Linear time is incredibly useful for an ego to function, which is an essential. And Sarah's completely all about timeline jumping and all of the stuff that I talk about. So this card is so you. Um, the rose, a symbol of the divine feminine, represents an inner surrender that cannot be timed according to the ego or any external circumstances. I love this. This truly is about just keep surrendering in that divine feminine energy and that love for yourself. And that is what is bringing forward that union. So that's everyone needs to hear that. Don't focus on what the ego wants and the timing of it, and just keep focusing on you, and it's you're doing the right thing. The rose is about remembering that we cannot force ourselves to ripen. We cannot will ourselves to be anyone else other than exactly who we are in this moment. If we accept the beauty of where we are right now, we allow the ego to loosen its grasp of linear time. If we remember that an entire universe is perpetually in the process of bloom from within the heart, we can be curious about what might be unfolding for us. We can trust our own divine timing. And the soul meditation is, what can I trust is unfolding in its own divine timing? Well, I think you know what you can trust is unfolding in its own divine timing. Love it. But because that happened, can we pull a wee? Where are they? Let's see. I'm just going to go like that, and I've picked up. I'm hiding my true feelings. So, well, compared to a lot of divine masculines, it doesn't really seem like he is. But anyway, that came out. So that may be the case, that there may feel a lot deeper than what he lets on whenever you're chatting or meeting up. And I don't want to lose you, and my fears keep stopping me. So, and I don't want to keep hurting you. So again, I feel it's like you're going to know what that means for your personal situation, but there's a possibility it could be about whenever you've been hurt in the past as well, and talking about these things and stuff like that. I'm just getting a sense of that. Right, okay, so oh, love, my head has been doing that off and on too. Yeah, I felt it. It's crazy. The shell, yes, I know. By the way, I've had so many I've had so many shell signs and synchronicities you wouldn't believe. I mean, I'm just like, how funny was that though? Like that was, I just couldn't believe that. So if you don't know what we're talking about, like I spoke about in another bit, I put in the post that it was just basically I screamed when when it matched up, when I saw the word and Nick's told me what she. That's so funny. Right, so let's get one for Charlotte. Oh, what's that card say? Oh yeah, it's the mother's love again there. So right. So Charlotte, that really wanted to peek in there for you as well. So there's I feel that is love for your mother coming in there. So from the spirit world. So and about mothering yourself. So let's see what have we got here. Resurrection, the ego dies and the soul rises, resurrects in this life. Right. Wow. Okay. So there's a lot about the soul and the ego just now. And I've just opened the page up at Ascension as well. So resurrection. Oh, Mary Magdalene, look. It is the Mary Magdalene deck, so that is very special. Love only ever expands. Resurrection. The rose, I trust divine time. There's just they're slapping my hand at all, like really powerful. Silence again. So I feel they're saying surrender. So I feel right. So these words that have jumped out for you, Charlotte, it feels like they're really working with you in the silence and just that needing to surrender in the silence and go into prayer about a lot of stuff. Yeah. And then I've just been drawn to I'm in good hands. So yeah, I feel there's a lot of healing coming in to you right now. Right, okay, so where's this card? Resurrection. There it is. The Gospel of Philip is an ancient Christian. Wait a minute, did I hold it up? And I think this is fields of lavender. So again, you may want to be using and utilising lavender in some sort of way. Can I just say, I know I was saying this before, right? But remember I kept pulling quite well, kept. It was just funny that I'd been talking about lavender, and then in that herbally deck that I was using, I'm going to call it the herbally deck because it's called Witches something, and I don't know, I don't know, I just don't really like the energy of them because I don't like anything that goes on about spells and stuff like that, just for the nature of what I do. But actually, I'm just realising I don't like it, but that's me. But actually, Charlotte, you do like that, because Charlotte does work around like stuff to do with the witch wound and everything like that. So to see how that works, it's like that's good to recognise it's not words that I tend to resonate for me, but I actually can appreciate that about you. And actually Nathan as well likes words like that, so it's interesting. Like I always say, when it comes down to witches, I like white witch kind of stuff, which is really what we all are. But yeah, interesting. I just think it confuses people with what I talk about. But right, the Gospel of Philip is an ancient Christian scripture that was excluded in the formation of the Bible, along with the Gospels of Mary Magdalene and Thomas, as well as the Acts of Paul and Thecla, among others. It contains a very different understanding of what it means to resurrect than the more literal traditional Christian interpretation of it. Sorry, I was just laughing, sort of like observing, being like, I'm taking us to church today. Do you know what I mean? If none of us had a religious upbringing, we'll be like, oh, we're learning a lot. I know some of you actually do know a lot about this stuff, but some of this is new to me. Resurrection in the Gospel of Philip, and according to the ancient Christians, is something that happens ideally all through our lifetime. The Gospel of Philip explains you must awaken while in this body, for everything exists in it, resurrect in this life. The Christians of the first century or the Christ movement practiced kenosis, self-emptying love, which releases all attachment to the powers of the ego that have caged us in some form of fear or self-doubt. We let the ego die so the soul can rise. This way the soul can evolve right here in the human body. Like I said about Nix's card, I can really particularly feel as with your card as well, Charlotte, that this can speak to, and Sarah's, that this can speak to all three in a row, can really speak to all of us. You know, some of us have went through the big ego death and the dark night of the soul, and some of us in our collective are still in it, and it's about, that's why it's important to come together like this in a group and prayer, and why, you know, I'd said in the other video that I'm going to be, because really I was just procrastinating, but it wasn't the right time to, because I was doing too many things. But although every time we come together it is a form of prayer, in my opinion, there is a power in calling something. So I am going to either have, like, on the community tab a post, because maybe it'll encourage more people to read the community tab, but I am going to have a post each week, maybe on a Sunday. I don't know what it'd be. I don't know what it kind of be, textbook. Or I'll have it live, but I won't do the cards. We'll just come in and we will just talk. You know, sorry, we'll just pray. You know, we might not even, obviously we'll talk, but so we let the, yeah, so the myth of the phoenix always comes to mind with the word resurrection. It's the myth of a magical bird that endures an endless cycle of burning up in the flames, then emerging reborn from the ashes. Resurrection is here, not about what comes in the next life. Oh, resurrection here is not about what comes in the next life. Resurrection is about what we can practice right now in the body in this life. And I feel there is something about really making sure that you're taking that quiet time for you to go into that peaceful state of meditation or prayer, Charlotte. We can awaken to the potential of transformation in everyone with every tragedy or disappointment or loss in life, and see everything that happens as a chance for the soul to rise. We can see each death we go through as a chance to resurrect, more entirely present to the soul of love within us that survives every fire. Die to what the ego tells you that you have to do, or what you have to be, or who you should have loved, or who you should have left. Die to the ego telling you you're not good enough, you're not worthy enough, you're not right for this vision you had long ago for your life. Die to the ego telling you it's too late, you're too old or too young to live straight from your heart. Die to the voice of the ego and let the soul resurrect only ever louder. Holy fuck, see how that's, sorry, I kind of ruined it. See how that's for us all. What egoic thought can I let go of in this moment? Love it. Tantra, spacious, passion, and passionate space. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, because I asked you to tell me that. Yeah. Love it. Isn't that beautiful? Spacious passion and passionate space. Like, you know, that's how it should be. That's real X. I mean, but do you know what I realised? Talk about actual energy and X. I just realised I've been missing Love Island all fucking week. It started on Monday, I think. I'm like, how did that happen? They're trying to trick me. God is trying to distract me from watching the shit that I like to watch. They're like, no, we cannot let Claire go near that. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I remembered. So I'm going to be watching it. But I think there's something that happened last year. I think there's something to do with, like, I'm not joking. I think, because look, that's not a coincidence that I channeled all that stuff about sexual energy and, you know, the dark stuff around it. And the fact that has normalized people basically casually from the first time they meet. And again, yes, I know loads of people do that. I'm well aware. I'm not naive, right? It's on the telly. It's on the fucking telly. Their mums and dads are sitting having a cup of tea. And it's like, oh, like, there's our such and such. Aye, she's just met somebody. Oh, I can tell she doesn't even like him. She just wants to get famous. Oh, what are they doing under the covers? What the fuck? Do you know what I mean? What the fuck? Anyway, right. So, but I feel it's just so that I wasn't watching it with the collective in the sort of hive mind of not what I don't want to be connected to, and I can watch it in my own time. That's what they're telling me. It's like, if you want to watch it, you can watch it, but you're going to be watching, catching up, so that you're not joining in at the same time. Oh God, now that sounds really wrong. So maybe some of you need to know that too. But again, every time I talk about Love Island, like, literally nobody watches it. Charlotte, you don't even watch it either, do you? None of yous. It's just me. Anyway, and actually, it's no none of yous. People that lurk watch it. Right, okay, so give us another one for Charlotte. Receive. So yeah, so again, it is, they really do want you to open up to receiving it, to receive that love and that healing energy. So that's quite good that we're going to be connecting. You're a kind and loving soul who constantly reaches out and gives to others, but now it's time for you to learn how to graciously receive. And remember what I said, the messages that have come through there, that that really resonate with other divine masculines, that's powerful because I just gave the exact. So again, Nix and Charlotte, you are always seem to be really in alignment with the collective masculine energy that I do on the main channel. Maybe not all the time, but from my perspective, it does seem like that because that's what I just finished. I've not watched it back, but I just finished back the video. I remember saying at the end of the video, it's about, what makes a strong divine masculine, man or woman, is basically realizing that, when you're in your masculine energy, you are in that protection mode, but you're also open to receive the love of the feminine, because we both got both. Just as with the ebb and the flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is the natural law and order of the universe. Yes, so there is just a lot of love that wants to come into you from the spirit world at this time. When you accept responsibility for your life and the choices you make, you begin to tap into the power of your own spirit. You'll be able to listen to and appreciate the intuitive wisdom that's inside you and apply it positively and constructively to your outside world. Did Nathan come back? Nathan didn't come back on this one, did he? Because I saw that he was on the other one. Nathan, come back. And I might just pull Michelle one if Michelle's not. Michelle was going to come. I think Michelle was going to sneaky on. And actually, the other Michelle would probably want to find us as well. So, oldie Michelle and newbie Michelle, come on. I saw a clip on TikTok, then thought, oh, there must be a special series, as I saw people from when I did watch it. Yeah, what it is it's like, I think they're calling it like, they usually call it All Stars or some bullshit like that. It's like people from all the series, from way back. So yeah, that'll be really weird. So I don't know, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When I remembered just we were coming on here, I was like, oh my god, because I remembered the other day and then I forgot I haven't watched any of it. So yeah, that'll get me through the winter. So not even kidding. I saw a thing somewhere about the feminine being the protector of the masculine and the etheric. Yes, yeah. I think I've shared memes like that before as well, or I'll find the one you're talking about because it's true. The divine feminine does protect the masculine because, like I said, it's like the divine feminine, and especially like for instance, like everything I do is so evil, but even the feminines that aren't, doing that, you will be doing it in your own way. But it's like, yeah, we clear the energy and the spiritual and protect the masculine and the spiritual, and the masculine protects and the physical. And, it's, yeah. Um, Hugs to Claire and all. See you later. Yes, enjoy your day. Have a lovely day. Oh, there you are. Oh, hello, Michelle. Sorry, shit. All right, Michelle, has it got? Maybe I need to cancel it. Does it just sit there like telling you that I'm coming on soon or something? Fuck. Sorry about that. Did you hear me calling you in? I literally just called you in and then you spoke. That's hilarious. Um, I'll like. Oh no, I can't unlist it. It's only 4 minutes, so I'll look back at that. Yeah, yeah. I need to fiddle about to work that one out. Right, so you're very welcome. Yeah, no, no, don't, no rush, Charlotte. It was just I was worried if I had missed something. I just wanted to check. So sending you all my love. And yes, right, okay. So, right, um, Michelle, I feel a bit guilty if I don't pull you the Mary Magdalene cards I've been pulling for everyone else because I feel you would really love them. So let's pull you one of them. Because, like I said, when I'm pulling one for one of you, I'm really pulling it for all of us. So let's see if we get a doubler. Let's see if I pull you one that I've not, if I pull you a different one or the same one. So, love to you as well, Charlotte. Sleep well. Um, right. So, what have we got for Michelle? So if you're watching and you're new, if you give me a wee hi, then I'll be able to pull you a card if you let me know if you want one, because I like to ask first before I read a message for you. I might pull one for myself as well. So remind me if I forget. And then to be honest, guys, like I'm not being funny, like I might just go after that, do you know what I mean? Because I'm really tired. And I want to watch Love Island, so we've got a lot to catch up on. Oh, there's sorry. Hello, is anyone else mind blowing? They heard me. They literally, I may as well have howled like a wolf. You heard me. I just called you both in and you came. That's crazy. Oh, and by the way, can I just ask people if you haven't liked the video yet, can you like it, please? And also see after it finishes. Can you comment after? I know it's a lot to ask, but just put a wee emoji or anything like that because it helps. And I don't usually ask, but it would get us up to the 888. So there's your card. So this is Michelle Newby's card. The second power, I trust what my soul desires. So Michelle, hashtag oldie, would you like a Mary Magdalene card as well, or would you like me to go to another deck? Because I'll do yours after Michelle Newby. And it's just quite funny that you're both the Michelles are getting a message back to back. That used to happen all the time on the Facebook live streams. That's so crazy, eh? That's like you both literally came when I called you. That's what I mean about. I might have said that out loud because I'm on the live, but I do that before I come on as well. I'll be like, so family, whoever's wanting to come on. Crazy. Right, okay, so sorry to hear you've been stuck on the work calls. Right, okay, so the second power. So this is for Michelle Newby, but stay open everyone because marry me, that's hilarious. That's like I was talking about that film Marry Me on the other video. According to the legend, Mary crossed the Mediterranean Sea to the south of France on a ship without sails after Christ's crucifixion in order to escape Roman persecution. Two other women named Mary were on the ship. Look, sorry. That you might think that's reaching, but it's quite funny that I just spoke about two people with the same name, and now this is talking about two people with the same name. Now it might not be Mary, but if my memory serves me well, I'm pretty sure there's either a Mary or no, it's Marie. Is Marie not your middle name or something, Michelle Oldie? I'm sure that's your grand's name or something. Is your grand coming in to talk? I can remember that is a connection there. Um, I've always imagined that Mary felt anguish having to leave ancient Israel, the land where she met and loved and lost Christ. What the ego wants is real and powerful, and also a part of what it means to be human. We're meant to feel the exquisite suffering of not always getting what the ego craves. Oh my God, this is like Sarah's card. They're all making sense back to back. We cling to the desires of the ego, most often not even realizing that it's the ego that's driving us to crave so desperately. Christ explains the creation of the ego so perfectly in the Gospel of Mary. Matter gave birth to Matter gave birth to a passion which has no image because it derives from what is contrary to nature. A disturbing confusion then occurred in the whole body. That's pretty deep, and I probably need to read it a few times to really take it in. I don't know about you. Matter, meaning our flesh, our beloved body, gives birth to a passion, the ego, which has no eternal lasting image like that of the soul. This passion, this ego, is contrary to nature because it seeks to control the flow of energy. The ego doesn't want to die. The ego is terrified of change, and the ego wants life to unfold according to a chronological time frame. That often is where the masculine tends to lean towards as well, unless you're actively working on not falling into that, by the way. And remember, feminines can fall into this too. And this is necessary because if we didn't have this passion, this ego, we wouldn't be able to function here while human, while embodied. The soul needs the ego. This is so, I can't handle this aggression. I was actually like having a conversation elsewhere today as well, and it was literally this must be the collective energy. It was like we were all talking about the ego, so that's so funny. And people always kind of get into wee sort of banter, anger, not banter, yeah, bantery anger, like argue about it. Because for me, I always say the same thing is that, without an ego, you'd be boring as fuck because your ego is your personality, it's your first house and it's your, like, yeah, it's your banter. It's a lot of other things, it's how you look and everything. And so, without these things, you wouldn't be who you are either. So it's just about keeping it in balance. And, that's why it always reminds me, Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi, like, balance, Danielson, balance. You know what I mean? So it's like if you're two in your ego, you're two in your ego, and it's like if you're two in your soul, you're not, you're just going too far. If you're like, I don't have an ego, I've transcended, and I'm just all about the soul and nothing else, and I don't have any. It's like no, 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 no. Middle ground, middle ground. Well, like I said in the other one, very frankly, I said it at the other one in some point in the video. I think it was towards the end. We've all got a shadow. We've all fucked up. We've all done stuff that we're not proud of. You know what I mean? Like, let's all just get real here. But when you realize and you're like, right, I'm gonna do better now that I'm aware of that and I know better. You know what I mean? That's what matters, all of us. Um, our work here is to discern when it's the ego that's leading, when it's the ego that's clinging to an outcome, and then with as much mercy as possible, help release the ego's grasp. so that the soul can return to its stands at the helm of our life. There is a loved one in spirit here because I keep itching my nose. We want the soul to lead us, and that's often terrifying because the soul is constantly leading us towards what's new, what's next, and what has never been done before. So divine masculines really need to take that on board there. But again, feminines wherever it resonates too. So this is Michelle Newby's card, but it's like I said for everyone as well. The soul wants us to be fully present because transformation only happens in the present tense. What have I been clinging to or trying to control? And that's why I'm in the business of helping us quantum leap and jump a timeline. Because if you forever procrastinate and you run away and you go in the wrong direction, you're giving your power away. You know, it's just about taking that messy action and making a change and making a choice, and it can be a catalyst to move you forward at least a bit. Whereas if you never make a decision, you stay stuck and and that's when you can get really unhappy. So passion I've got in spades, yes, I always feel that when you comment. Right, let's see. Just want to make sure I'm catching all these. I was up with a heavy mind until 5 a.m, hence why I was replying to you. Yeah, no, I don't know what time that'd be for me, but I woke up at I only had like 90 minutes sleep, and then I woke up at midnight, and I think I fell asleep again. And I woke up at 3 and whatever. I fell asleep, something like that. No, you don't comment too much. No, keep it coming. Absolutely. No, don't worry about that at all. No. Thank you. Yes. Other Michelle is right. You don't talk too much. You're perfect. Love it. Michelle is Michael in French. Oh, interesting. That might have been into people. Michelle Marie and Stella Marie are my beloved granny. Yeah, I remember right. But again, she was just saying to me, my mum had Marie as a middle name too. Yeah, there's a lot of Maries that are connected here. I replayed it and I don't understand it. Yeah, I don't understand it either. So, well, I'm sure I will understand it when we're meant to. Passion I've got in space, right? So everything is about healthy balance. The universe is all about balance scales. Yes, exactly. Need a quantum leap. Oh boy. Well, like I said, get ready for next week because I'm gonna help us do that. This whole month has been about that, but this is the last bit of it. And like I said, I didn't actually know that I was going to be doing that until they told me. So you can, again, some of you have done it before, so you can imagine what's coming to prepare you a little bit. But I'm going to need to rest to get my energy up. Right, what have we got? Another one for Michelle Newby. Forgiveness. So holding on to resentment and anger is preventing or even suffocating your spiritual growth. Resentment is one of the strongest and most damaging of human emotions. The act of forgiveness is in its own right, is equally incredibly and powerful. It's incredibly powerful and has its capacity to heal and transform. That was like one of the comments that you made earlier, on the, or when we were, whenever it was. So yeah, I really do. I get a real sense that might actually be for your twin flame more than you. But it's both in truth, isn't it? But there's something around that. And I'm just looking at, the fact that it's got like a female sort of cradling, yeah, that actually could be a woman, but I was kind of, my eyes are going blurry because of my contacts, but it's like I feel like because of the heater. I turned the heater off, mind you, but it's like, but again, when I talk about my eyes like that as well, again, there's something that he couldn't see that he can see now. He's working on with forgiveness. Oh, that's powerful. Be proud. It's time to celebrate all that you've achieved, all that you are, and all that you'll become. Every once in a while, it's important to stop and acknowledge what you've achieved and be proud. Love it. Right, so Michelle Oldie, nothing to do with age, just how long you've been around. Oh, I am so glad to be here. I've missed it. Yes, I've really missed you as well. So I comment a lot on uploads and here in the streams. I'm new. I find you saying that? Absolutely not. No, Michelle. Michelle, am I going to have to work with you around some limiting beliefs? I don't know who's ever told you that you talk too much, but we love it around here, so keep it coming. If anything, you don't talk enough. I'm only joking. The people that talk a lot are just making up for the people that don't. I mean, look, I'm just delighted to have another person that's appreciating my mini light code activations because, like I said in the other video, it's usually only Nick's. So if other people like them and enjoy them and you're not shy, please comment and let me know because I'll keep doing more of them. Because I'm actually going to be integrating more of my work, another aspect to my work on the shorts. So, yeah, I'm quite excited about that. I forgive, but letting go of the pain is another issue. Yes, absolutely. We'll keep disconnected from the old earth and connecting to the new earth. It does work. I do it every day and I've done it for years and it does work. Right, so hashtag OG Michelle. We have testimony. Love is stronger than death. Oh, lovely. What have we got here? I did actually want to pull one of these too. Love is stronger than death. That's not a coincidence that I'd made that connection with your gran there. So I really do feel your gran around. So I wonder if the mother's love card's going to come out here again. And there's been a lot of cards about the divine mother, the mother. So there's a lot of mother healing the mother line going on for a lot of people right now. Gratitude. So half the deck just flew on the ground. The floor of truth wants to speak. Your cards want to speak from the floor. It makes sense. Life is one big continuous circle of giving and receiving energy. Be thankful for who and what's in your life instead of complaining about what you don't have. If you focus on gratitude, you'll start to attract prosperity and abundance. I don't know if you can hear my stomach rumbling. You probably can't because it tends to block out on Zoom, but while your logical mind and just dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path. Again, like everyone else, this is really going to speak to other masculine as well. The logical path may be the one that you consider safe and more familiar, but remember that is the ego. But you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and so much more. You're being guided to follow your heart. Right, okay, so oh look, and then there's that one. And where did that actually put the one you got? There's that one again, Jesus and Mary Magdalene looking right at one another. Witness, I am fully seen. So it's either about like those two parts of yourself merging and really getting to know yourself inside out, or it's about that with the other. It's both in truth. Christ love knows only mercy. That just sounds like I was like, oh Christ, which sometimes I do. Right, testimony. Right, so to give testimony is to publicly place our lives on the line in order to stand up for what we believe in. Well, tick, tick, tick for me, surely. And probably a lot of yous too. The testimony that Mary Magdalene gives to the court of Tiberius Caesar is still celebrated at Easter in the Eastern Orthodox Church with a tradition of exchanging red eggs. According to legend, Mary Magdalene travelled to the court of Tiberius Caesar after I don't know how to say it, after Christ was crucified in order to give testimony to witnessing his resurrection. Because of her high social standing, she was given an audience before the court. I've always imagined that the testimony she gave of Christ's resurrection was her first sermon. We can only imagine how she described what it was like to see Christ at the empty tomb, what it was like to see two angels standing where his head and feet had been, what it was like for the angels to ask her, "Why are you weeping?" And then for her then to turn and see a familiar looking gardener who asked her the same question, "Why are you weeping?" I felt like, did I read it? I didn't read this one earlier, did I? And how is it only when the gardener said her name, it was only when she heard her name and his voice that she recognised Christ? I did read this one earlier, didn't I? Love, I have always imagined her saying, is stronger than death. If we can see with the eye of the heart, there is no separation between this world and the next. The love that Christ and Mary embodied as the life endures the loss of the physical body. Yeah, that is definitely an acknowledgement coming through from your gran. Just because we were talking about her, she really came in strong there. Like, there is no separation there. Mary picked an egg. Mary picked up an egg as she was testifying to Christ's resurrection. I've imagined this is because she wanted to point us to the truth that all life comes from within, and because she saw Christ from within her, within the eye of the heart. And I've imagined that for her, the egg as a symbol of the divine feminine was a good visual to try to help the court grasp that we each contain a soul within us, like the yolk within an egg. Caesar was not persuaded by Mary's testimony, so he allegedly declared to her, "A body can no more resurrect than that egg in your hand turn red." The egg in Mary's hand immediately turned red. These are pretty deep. What do I testify to be true in this moment? Well, Michelle, what do you testify to be true in this moment? Michelle's like, I'm tired and I want to go home. I want to leave my work. Right. So I hope that those messages meant something from you. I forgive but let it go. I read that bit. Yes, it is fun to be in the circle. That card image reminds me of my dream and the cradle's head card, the heart one. Oh, lovely. I'm a big talker from way back. Every report card said Michelle's an excellent student, but she talks too much. Oh my, that's not funny. But I get, I know that you're sharing, but I knew I was feeling that. Yeah. Do some work around that. Journal it out and, write. Well, if you want to, but I'm feeling guided to say that to you about I would write down what was said to you and then create a new belief around that. Like, I'll fucking talk if I want to. I've got a voice and it's powerful. Do you know what I mean? And I'm going to use it. Fuck it. Like, fuck whoever said that. So you might want to make it a little bit more your own, but that's what came out. I have goosebumps. I really miss my Stella Marie. Right, well, she's really coming in and sending you a lot of love there. That's excellent advice, Claire. Thank you. I'll absolutely only concentrate on New Earth when the pain is triggered. I've been heavily focusing on New Earth since the new year. Yeah, it's I like to be grounded with that. I had loads of conversations about this actually in the last two sessions that I can see why a lot of people get confused about that when people are channeling about the new earth and we're going to new earth and the shift and the event and what's going to be like and all this kind of stuff. But it really, to me, it is a gradual process. Like anybody that's um in this too will know what I mean. Like, for instance, I've been in the new earth energy for quite a while now, and meaning that I broke away from everybody that I was connected to, really, in the old earth that's dying out. And no, that doesn't mean that I don't see my friends and I don't see my family and everything. It doesn't mean that, but what it means is like I am worlds apart from the person that I once was, and I really do create and choose my own reality. So when people say, "Oh yeah, you can't do that," you actually can because I've done it. And people might be like, "Oh, that's all right for you. You've not got kids, and you don't need to take them to school and engage with people in the playground and that." But yeah, if that was part of my life, like I would make that work too, and not well. Actually, if truth be told, my kids wouldn't be going to school. But anyway, we'll not get onto that one. It's Yeah, not in this world, not in the way that they do all of that. Thank you for that message. I've had to separate with all of my family that is left, and then look at what Michelle's just saying now and what I just said, because they're toxic and I'm feeling lonely now and then. This message means a lot. Thank you. Wow, that's amazing. And Michelle, can I say what happened between me and you? I mean, like it's not like a big massive thing, but like what could ask, I mean, well, if you say no, then we're fucked. But it's kind of like that clarifies something for me there. So, thank you for sharing that, and I'm sorry that you're feeling like that, and you're not alone, and that's why I'm being guided to be here alone because I don't to be here alone. Yeah, well, I am alone doing this, but it's like that's the paradox, isn't it? Like I am alone in this house doing this, but I'm not alone. I've got all the love of spirit around me. But it's like I don't feel alone because I'm with all of yous as well. You know what I mean? And if I really did physically feel alone, I could spend time with my loved ones and everything like I'm doing tomorrow. But it's kind of like um you're not alone there. You're not alone. Sorry, they done that through me. But it's kind of like that message about divine masculines feeling alone is coming through really strongly right now. So yeah, that's the paradox. Again, you're not alone you're not alone in feeling alone. Do you know what I mean? Um so, so yeah, I feel that is why they want me to really be doing this daily, if possible. Not every single day, but I do want to get back to doing it kind of like Tuesday to Friday. But I don't know what time to sort of pick and um. But yeah, that's important because I know that there are a lot of divine masculines out there feeling alone. So, 311 love song. What's that? What is that? Um. Has everybody had a card now that's on the live? No, everybody has not. I need to do mine. Why is it like fucking freezing in here? Did I turn that off? Oh, cunt. I can't take that back, can I? Jesus Christ. Does anyone know an electrician? I'm only joking. Oh no, I'm not. What? Did I just do something? I'm not joking. I need to turn that off. I think there's something going on, guys. Um, oh, it's here. It's plugged in here. Wait a minute. I'm not kidding. I'm a bit scared to turn that off. It's just, there we go. It's fine. I've just fucked that somehow. Sorry, that word does come out my mouth when I hurt myself. It does, I'm sorry. Oh, that's classy. My red brass peeking out from the back. Brilliant. Couldn't find the black one today. Anyway, leopard print in red. Shit. I'm rocking cats later. That's a that's a soap here, by the way, where it's somebody that's like dresses like a bit of a tart. So I don't know what she does now, but back in the day that was it. But I love a bit of leopard print, but you got to be classy with it. You can't be fucking head to toe in leopard print. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, so it was like a wee spark came out and it thingied my hand, and then the light stopped going on. Oh dear. Right. Okay. So I think it's time to move. Like I've literally moved from this room because it's freezing, but um, right. I just need to remember that I am divine love. Yes, you are divine love. Oh right, did you? Yeah, right. So are you saying, of course, that? So yeah, all I was meaning by when I was being cryptic was that I just had this overwhelming strong, like I just felt really really overwhelmed to email Michelle to just check in and say hi. And it was, do you know what reminded me to it? It was because like newbie, so newbie Michelle, like you triggered me to email, like in a good way, to email like Michelle, and it just sounds like from what Michelle's just said that that's why. So thank you, Michelle. I have been estranged grim my parents since 1998. This is really important that you are having that. I mean, obviously it's it's personal responsibility what people share, but that's really important that you're sharing that. You see, because remember that's been coming up. That came up on the last weekly reading. So and it's proven my throat chakra is but it's proven my point there about unfortunately well actually divine masculines and divine feminines, because do you not lean more towards divine feminine energy, newbie Michelle? So really anybody can go through that. So thanks for sharing that, because that'll help other people feel less alone. And my sister in 2011. I get that for real. I know it's not easy, but the only way to be free. When we see 311, I think of the cover of the Cure love song by the band 311. Oh, probably know it, but I can't think right now. Should I send you a small Amazon heater? Should I send you a small Amazon heater? I might fucking get to that point. I'm not kidding. No, I've got the. Do you mean the ones you plug in the wall? Because I've got this, I've got that, and it's shit. It's really noisy. It sounds to me like there's a rock concert going on, but you just can't hear it. Like Nick's told me that you can't hear it. But it doesn't, I mean, I'm grateful that I got it, but it's like it doesn't fucking work. Because that one's great. That's an oil heater, but whatever, it doesn't seem to have liked that I've taken it through here, and that was quite sore. But it's going to mean something, guys. There's electricity in there because it sparked my hand. It was like, so I've got like handymen. God, that sounds a bit wrong, but I've got someone's got to come out and fix a cupboard, because it's quite funny actually. I opened the cupboard door and hog my name, the fucking cupboard door, the fucking cupboard door came off in my hand. I was like, what? I was going to post on the community because it was after, after I'd done the live. Oh no, I didn't do a live, did I? I'd done a recorded video. Must have been after that. But I was like, holy shit, I was nearly taken out by the cupboard door because my cupboards are up high. So it was like, I opened the cupboard and it fucking fell on me because it's like a really old kitchen. Do you know what I mean? It's like fucking 19 canteen. The kitchen's from like the 80s. I'm sure my mum and dad had that kitchen in the 80s, which is fine because it's beautiful, but it's like, oh, it's old. Anyway, so, um, Michelle, I've never been so isolated in my life. However, I have so much faith in what's coming for us all. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know how do I know what I am. I'm an alpha female. Oh, right. So Michelle, so well, when I talk about masculine and feminine, just sort of tune in over time what you resonate with more. I think it's because you're a bit like me. Like I feel you said your crow is. Do you think your crow is your power animal? It sounds like the crow is your power animal, but do you not? No, you connect with the wolf too. I think that's why you're maybe confused. I mean, you'll know better than me, but I feel like you're like me, that you possibly lean more towards divine feminine, but you can tap into the divine masculine like me, like as in quite strongly. And everyone can, is what I'm saying, but wolf medicine, I see it as it's got that ability of both. But also, when you said that to me in an email, Michelle, I saw something recently and it was really fucking interesting, and I did save it on a playlist, and I just don't know what one. So I'll try and find it. But it was I hadn't heard of it, but it was there's something called begins with an S, right? And it's whatever that is. That was more what I am, because it's somebody I'm sure it spoke about being like a quiet leader that's like, you're leading people, but you're more introvert and you're but still outspoken. And it's funny because I thought I was that. I am in some cases an alpha female because before I got off Instagram, I mean that thing that was like alpha females don't run in packs, they don't go with the crowd, they don't blah 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 blah. It was quite a funny wee thing. Um, but actually, whatever that other description was even more me. So some of you might resonate with that too. But anyway, hopefully that explains what I mean. Holy balls, cupboard door be knackered. Yeah, it absolutely is. So, but no, that like I said, I'll need to get them to come fix that. But the last time the electrician guy was here, he was like, "There's no point in fixing that hen, it's shit anyway." Do you know what I mean? It's like, and he's totally true. He's right because it's like it's storage heating, so that's why I just use that oil heater. So I'll just get another one. I don't think it broke, but I'm not taking my chance. I'm not putting that on again tonight. Um, is it determined by how we are with our twin flame? I'm so confused. What's it? Kinda, right? Kinda, but I suppose it's not. It's more in the case of who in your connection got. I don't want to say got scared and ran away, but come on, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? But I know when I've got scared and ran away from mine, but I do it in a different way. But um, you know, did you ever like confess how you felt, and then rather than them running towards you, they ran in the opposite direction, probably in the arms of someone else or lots of other people? Because it probably makes you the doing. It's not always the way it goes, but because you know what I mean, without going into everyone's personal stories, when I can just sort of think of some of the folk that I help, like one of the women is, and again, so if this is anyone that chats, whether you're silent or chat, I'm not homing in on that, but somebody that like someone's story, just to sort of be general, it's and which actually always really helps me personally, but it really helps me when I'm helping other people as well. And so did actually all the conversations I've had recently is she was in the Divine Mass. I'm saying she, but remember this could be you because this woman will watch at some point. She had was like really deeply in love with her twin flame, but obviously didn't know that what that was at that point. But there was obviously something in her that made it feel like it was too good to be true, or maybe the logical mind was like, that it's yeah, the subconscious mind was saying like I want this so much, but I want it so much that it scares me. So and actually like that's people that are overseas from one another. I've got quite a few people that I work with that's in that case. But it wasn't that she didn't love him, it was actually quite the opposite. And that's what when you start to awaken and you wake up, that's what's now been surfacing, that it's who like how much that well that not that man, that twin flame means to her. And so it's just God, we got quite deep, but that's the best way to describe it. And I'm just trying to think of someone else how we can. And a lot of the time I can tell because like when I'm working with someone, it's the person I'm working with has been getting distracted here, there, and everywhere by other people. So, and that's just not the divine feminine's path typically. Do you know, like you might get a lot of people interested in you, but you won't be interested. The true divine feminines that are well at the stage that I am, you're just not interested. I think I'm pretty strong with it, mind you, but right. Yes, crow is definitely a spirit powered animal. Wolf, fox, owl are a few other animal tools. Yeah, so these are all ones that these are actually all ones that I've integrated and that are at my different bits of my chakras. So Interesting. Sigma female, that's it. Yeah, that's it. And I need to thank you, Michelle. I'm going to just write that down because I need to find the video again because it was really powerful. Whatever the hell it said, I was like, oh, I'm actually more that than the other one. And it really fits with all my different. I'm just going to, yeah, I'm going to pin that there. Right, okay. Oh, actually, look. So, this is how you can keep your power animals close. Like, look at my phone. I don't know if it's childlike, but I don't really give a fuck. But look, my phone was always childlike because even when it was a black case, my nieces kept putting stickers on it. So, do you know what I mean? I just let her. But look, like when I got my new phone, I made sure I got that case for it. So, because it's protecting my phone, especially because it's got 5G and I didn't want to get that. But like the guy at O2 said, it's if you don't do that anyway, everyone's going to be connected to it, and we're getting blasted with all types of different frequencies anyway. So I just protect myself, by saging it and all that. Oh my God, my face morphed into a wolf face not that long ago during a meditation. It was crazy. Oh my God. Oh yeah, because you're the wolf too. Yeah, also we're all wolves on the stream today. Um, Love it. I ran a bunch at first. Right, okay, so you might be the masculine then. And now he's running. You might. So again, it's anyway, I wouldn't really be able to tell until it's more important that you identify it, but I wouldn't be able to tell until I talk to you one to one. By the way, you could, Michelle, even if you're not in a place to invest, you could book the discovery call and then you can meet me one to one and then, whenever you're guided to book it. You don't need to book right away or anything. Just if you're feeling like that's something that would be helpful, and it's never not going to be helpful. Just give me a bit of break because I just had that very long one with Sarah and I need to recover. So and I've got a session with someone tomorrow. Um, I'm keeping myself as of myself today. Now he's running incredible, Michelle. I posted a pic of me cradling a huge wolf that says alpha females don't run. But oh yes, you emailed me that. Yeah, that's beautiful. But yeah, I can post that one too. This is the most confusing thing ever. I must say, yesterday you said about your sessions, there's a fine line between love and hate. So true, yeah. That's funny. I wondered why they got me to say that. It must be because other people needed to hear it. There is. I certainly have never, apart from one time that I remember I was very drunk and I had very good reasons, and I do remember it did come out my mouth that I hated him. Sorry, Twinflame, but it's true. But in my defence, he'd acted like a bit of an aubergine, so you know what I'm saying? Um, but anyway. And actually that night we were going to have the chat and then turned around and he was chatting somebody up and I was like, fucking hell, right, see you later, bye. So do you know what I mean? It's kind of like it's too intense. It was just too intense and it wasn't the right time. It appears that it's still the same way. Um uh this is it, right, I read that. Oh, beautiful case. Is it an otter box? What is an otter box? Reminds me of the Divinos song Pleasure and Pain. There's a fine line between pleasure and pain and oh yeah, I've heard that in a film recently, I think. Heard it somewhere. I am free, the soul. I have not bound anything. I feel I'm just shuffling the image. I feel that there are a lot of divine masculines that are free already or freeing themselves from situations. Just we use talking about that, about family in particular. So it might not be family, and again, it could be love, romance, friends, but I do feel there's something. Actually, let's see if All Tied Up comes out. Let's just do a wee bit more and then I always just get the do you know what we'll do? We'll do because we've got into intense stuff, let's do some intense cards and then I'll maybe end with that bit. Right, so this is a Russian roulette deck. What is the collective energy right now? I'll not home in on divine. Well, maybe I will. Where's divine feminine? Because I done this earlier in the weekly, and it was what did it say? Tape cassette or something, which is like replaying memories from the past. And then the masculine's got can't fucking remember. It was not something. It was whatever it was not good, but it was in reverse. So I feel it was like putting unhealthy things. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Palm tree. Stability, security, permanent growth, endurance, and flexibility. So I feel the feminines are focused on growth and being flexible, surrendering, working on yourself, everything you should be. Yes, I've been thinking your services. Plan on setting up a meeting sometime this winter because you've no idea what kind of service you. Yes, and that's exactly what it's for. So don't, you or anyone, that don't worry about it. That's exactly what it's for. And I'm never gonna the thing is like what I was gonna say is I'm never gonna do the hard sell, but I also can't tell you what to book. So the best thing to do is just take a look at my services and see what is pulling you in. And but the best place to start is always going to be I would say just the regular session because well it depends if people are interested in astrology and that you could do the like the astrotherapy one where I can look at your chart in the moment. That's not my big psychic astrology empowerment because that takes hours. Um but if it's a regular session, then I can just do the big energy clearing, which is any kind of energies that shouldn't be there and all that, and then and then it's got access to any of my different skills. But yeah, just I can just tune in the moment because I go by everything in the moment. It's kind of like I was always taught as well. If somebody sends me like a big massive email of all the stuff that they're going through, it's like I would say to them to hold it until the actual session because even if somebody tells me something in the discovery call and then you decide to book a session, something might happen in between that your intention changes. So that the discovery call is really to meet me and experience me one to one because I do feel it is different than on here. Because I'm more animated and come to life, and and in the session I'm more focused. Well, it depends. In the discovery call, I've not got as much focus because it's a discovery call. But the thing is, a lot of these discovery calls are actually they're just so far they've been a session. Like I'm not going to lie, there's no point in me lying. It's been a session. Um, but it's everyone that's done it is like it's either I know that they'll work with me further down the line or they want to work with me really soon. So but yeah, trust yourself, people's out there. So because I know there are a lot of people that need help. So where's the masculine? Oh Christ. Stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shock and attack. And I pulled lightning earlier, so look at what yous were just saying. Yous were just talking about having like whatever has happened with family that it was bad enough that you're estranged from them. So it might not be family for other people in the collective, but it's family, it's friends, it can be being betrayed by current lovers, karmic connections, or it can be what else could it be? Like business, or people could have a jumbled up mix of a lot of it. But it's something like that. This can actually be like the heartbreak of awakening and the pain that arises about how the masculines have treated the feminines over the years. Actually, I just realised, especially what I said. But I mean, shock and attack. That feels like the masculines have had the rug pulled out from under them from somebody around them that they trust. Twin flame. Well, it's not the fucking twin flame, is it? But it's like yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. Right, that's a very clear message to me. The masculines have been stabbed in the back, and I feel they're actually if they've got feminines that are like well, let's be honest, I can't actually generalize about that. Look what I do. This is what I do. Like, I can't home in on exactly who and what. Well, actually, I could. Like, do you know what I mean? The next level would be naming people, but we don't name and shame. It's like I deliver the messages, and if it fits with your situ, it fits with your situ. But it's like, I know why they're saying this. I noticed that a lot of the titles from 6 months ago, especially, and I'm sure, Michelle, was it you that said you were watching one from 6 months ago? And Nix, you've been doing that too, haven't you? So what I would say is, if you're going through this, Divine Masculines out there, go and look at some of the titles and test, because a lot of you're opening up your gifts and stuff, like test your intuition and go and watch with one of them. Because back when I was good at doing the thumbnails, and I'll get doing it again, I just kind of go with the flow because it is part of my frequency that it's like, yeah, I don't really need to do it. People feel the energy, do you know what I mean? But just go and see what you're guided to. But I really do feel a lot of the things I channeled quite a while ago are happening, unfortunately. And I said that in the video earlier that it's like because I've been out my twin flame closet for in public, because I was, been doing it 10 years behind the scenes, people knew that. But for 2 years. Unfortunately, when I was delivering the messages like 2 years ago, a year ago, like, year and a half ago, all this kind of stuff, people weren't ready for the messages. Like some of yous, divine masculines in general, and they could have been like, what's Claire on about? Or, yeah, that's not me, or that seems a bit dramatic. And then it happens. And that's what's kind of like, and that's just, it's shit, but that is the way that we learn. We've all been through things like that where somebody saw it coming and we didn't. But I really do feel whatever it is where masculines are being betrayed, it is actually just, I've said, I channeled this before, but I feel it's just leading them straight to their twin flame because they're realizing that the twin flame is someone that they can trust. Addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint. And I do feel that a lot of the stabs in the back have come from karmic connections, codependency, addictions. And if it's not people, maybe some people have actually got addictions that are holding them back. So that just all flowed through. What is Otter's Box, by the way? What's that? Is that a shop or something? Sounds funny. I've been seeing 1010 for a long while now. No clue why though. And 460. Interesting. Both times I wrote the word fine above, my shit typing made my phone autocorrect at both times to funeral. Oh, do you know what? That's quite interesting because I've got a funeral next week, so that's not an accident. That's really freaky, Michelle. I do that. That's weird when that happens. And you know what I mean? Like you didn't mean to type it, but Spirit did. And then that happens, and then Nick's used to see that happen to me all the time, and that happens to you as well. I mean, it probably happens to all of you, but that's what's happened there. I feel that's just confirmation that I meant to go to that funeral because I was kind of undecided, but I'm more leaning towards it. She must want me to go, so that's nice. You know what I mean? I can feel that's Michelle. It could be the Mercury shadow or a message from. Oh, oh my God, Nix! I hadn't read what you wrote yet. Oh, that's brilliant. I hadn't saw what you said. Watch self-reliance and when the main character grabs his phone for a quick. Oh yeah. So yeah, that was amazing. Michelle? Did I email you? I did email you back with that one, eh? Because I remember reading that. I did email. Yeah, I've emailed you back, haven't I? Because sometimes when I've got a few, I get mixed up, and and it was like that's why I emailed the other Michelle too, because I was like, I'll need to pay attention when I'm emailing to you so that I'd actually know what one it is. But I think other Michelle's got two L's. Is your name actually free, or did you just add that at the end? I like it. I immediately saw the 11:11, rewind the movie when it was over, and that was a text that he got. Powerful. Don't call yourself shit. The body hears you. Look up the water, the Japanese water test. Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah. I'm like, I didn't call myself that, did I? Or did Michelle say that? It's the yes, the God, what's his name again? Komoot. I can't remember, but I love that. Yeah, that's true. And plants as well. They've done tests of plants and stuff as well. Um, it's an emergency. Please come home. I looked at the date and it said August the 4th, my mother's birthday. Oh yeah, that's what you said. Oh, that was magical. Yeah, your mum's obviously wanting to come through then. Mum, you can come through on Mediumship Monday, or you can come through anytime you want. You might have already spoke for me. Watching the new Ministry's Murder at the End of the World on Hulu, the women's phone modern day Sherlock says 416. Everything you're saying resonates with my DM. The stabs, the addiction, what a fucking mess. Oh, well, we're sending him love and prayers if he's open to it. He's not the only one going through all of that. I don't think you replied about 11:11. Sorry about that. I read it. They just reminded me of that because it's if I click into it, it's like I normally don't click into something because I know that no, that's not my name. It's very Seducium Shell Lee Canon Free. Dr. Moto, that's it. Yeah, yeah. Is that the one you're talking about next? Yeah. Yeah, that's fascinating. Right, okay, so yeah, when it's the right time, I'd love to do some tapping with you. Or I don't know, something about like, clearing a bit of that. Right, okay, so let's just get a wee bit more about that. So what's some guidance for the divine masculines that are going through that then? You're welcome. That's so funny because that is the divine masculine card. Look, that for me, I'll read what it says, but for me, that came out in the one I done earlier too, didn't it? But it came out in the verse, and I actually said, can't remember what I said to be honest. But it's like this time round, it's like, that's the divine masculines that are like, look, they're seeing clearly now. And like they're looking at the crystal, they're awakening or you're awakening, and it's either you or it's your twin. And it's like looking at it's like you can see crystal clearly now, and it's kind of like it's the same fucking. I was having a conversation with this with one of you on that one of my sessions. It's just it gets boring, but it's like, look, someone can see clearly now that someone was a money grabber. So again, whether that's like someone in a love life or family, because that can happen too, or friends that are users. It doesn't need to be like, friends try to hit you up for money, but I mean, I suppose that can happen too. But it's like somebody was all about the material and greedy and was after somebody for the wrong reasons. Because she doesn't look very kind. I always think about this card, like she just doesn't look she doesn't look very friendly. Do you know what I mean? She looks like a bit of a biatch. Right, 46. So let's read it. There's no problem. You needn't reply to anything ever. If you no, not at all. No, it's not. Do you know, Michelle? To be honest with you, you'll know. Well, actually, this week it has been busy, but most of the time with me, I'm overwhelmed, and I've got a lot of emails. So, and it's not like all of them are but it's more because it was like if there are a few like because it was I was making sure I got all the different pictures, and but that's what I just remembered there. So I'll go and check. I might have, I don't know. It's not like me not to reply, but I just but if you're saying that and then I thought it there. But because I replied basically, so just so that everyone knows that it's like I even spoke to Michelle this morning, but it's just whatever. One of the things has got lost and like I've look, anxiety. This is what a lot of you are going through. A lot of divine masculines and that. I more feel it's one of the ones that won't talk. Not one of the ones, a lot of you. But although some of you have spoken, said. But yeah, worry or distress. The woman, but it could be man as well in this card, is filled with anxiety, worrying about something that causes her a great deal of discomfort. Receiving this card upright may indicate that you're experiencing a time of increasing stress, perhaps even a situation that you find yourself brooding over much of the time. However, you'll notice the scene out the window. The storm is distant and perhaps even moving away. Whatever's going on, this card is telling you to release the worry and let yourself relax. Brooding and fretting will never solve things, so trust in yourself and your process. When you live with a relaxed heart and mind, you're far more likely to receive the solutions that you seek. I let go of fear and worry and assume the best and live in peace, all is well. But let's get to the thinking man, because that's the one I pulled. Right. Ever since everything updated, it's shit. YouTube, Instagram, but yeah, it's all shit, isn't it? I mean, I came off all of them other platforms, but yeah. What's happening? You can't even see the comments. So it's like, when you're on people's lives and it's like it looks like TikTok. I can't stand that. Is that what it's doing? I can't stand that. Like I have to come off it. Sometimes it does it on people's lives and sometimes it doesn't. But I can't stand when it's the TikTok format. It's shit. It's like if I wanted to be on that, I would be. Do you know what I mean? Right. So 46. The thinking man, male of wisdom or understanding. This card shows a man standing before an archway, gazing at a crystal in his hand. He's thoughtful and reflective man, representing the potential presence of a teacher in your life now or about to arrive soon. That's hilarious when I said earlier about when the student is ready, the teacher will appear, and that is basically you and your twin, and you can swap it. You can at different points you can be that to each other. So someone's in your life now, or they're about to arrive soon for some people. This person may be there to educate you in the finer details of your chosen direction, or may be there to assist you in some specific spiritual, mental, or emotional pursuits. The card is telling you to pay attention, for this could lead to great strides in your personal and professional growth. This man may also be a love interest coming your way soon, coming in hot. Or perhaps just a new male friend, but be on the lookout for this guide in the physical world and be open to his information. Learn what you can. A new discipline, technique, course of study, or healing practice could change your life forever. I'm willing to learn new things. It's safe and comfortable for me to open up and share. But I actually really do feel that's about the thinking men, divine masculines, and the thinking men, whoever. But that's who I feel that's particularly for. It can be for the thinking, thinking men, females, the divine masculine females too. But it's about opening up and sharing where you would have held stuff in through pride and basically learning that it's, you know, to hold back your feelings. It's about just opening up. That message keeps coming through. That's the one I gave in the oh no. Oh no. Cards fell on the floor. There's shit going down. Wait a minute, I need to pick up the right, so is there anything that wants to come out? For fuck's sake, I didn't know they all fell on the floor. Right. I think there's an Avalon message that wants to come out. Da-da-da. You might have replied to it. I can't remember because I've been bugging you non-stop lately. You haven't been bugging me at all. It's really Michelle, for fuck's sake, like I'm instructing you. Can you book the fucking discovery call? I'm not asking now. I'm not kidding. I'm sorry, they're saying that through me, but I'm not kidding. Like I need to pinpoint there's just some energy I need to clear there. It's like somebody's planted some seeds of like you talking too much or something, and I can feel it, and it's like, and I don't like it. Yes, I only saw my comments, but you read Nix's, so I backed out the chat and came back in. I've never TikTok, but no, not like that. No. Yeah, you don't want it. Shit. Like I said, I was on it for 2 minutes. I left some ones about clearing the energy of stuff and I got off. The dog, yeah, and the dog is one of my power animals at my heart. Loyalty, sincerity, unconditional love. Right, that's a really powerful message, by the way. So that is the awakened divine masculine energies they are awakened to that unconditional love. Well, they've always had the unconditional love, but again, like I said, it's a lot the divine masculines don't run because they don't love you. It's irony. They run because they do love you and they don't want to hurt you. So and that's the truth of it. But I know it can have a funny way of looking like it, but it's when you get in touch with you, when you heal yourself, divine feminines, and you get in touch with that truth, and you may have been aware of that all along, you know what I mean? But it's you can't claim to have been perfect the whole way. Like you would have got triggered by them and not understood. And then when you did start to understand, and actually even when you understand, you can be hurt and triggered and everything. But it's that is the truth of it. Like these divine masculines are really loyal and got a lot of unconditional love, and it's more. I'm just feeling a lot of the pain that they're in. Charlie, hello, Charlie. You're a newbie. Are you a twin flame? How are you doing? Me too, dog spirit. Yes. Oh, love it. Yeah, I feel people that like the wolf are always going to be connected to the dog as well. Dogs are very pure as well. It's like a purity. Right. What else? Communication. Whoa, look at this. Whoa, communication and wealth. So again, I feel there are, if you've not already had it, I feel there are communications coming in from these loyal divine masculines, and there could be communication about like they've had some kind of, I don't know, breakthrough around money or something, or it could be the other way that people are having difficulty with money. I don't know, there's something that's what's held people back, something like that. Yes, I'm currently involved with a soulmate though. Ah, right. Are you a divine feminine or a divine masculine? The Grail Knight. Romance, illusion, seeking the sacred. Oh, interesting. So again, I'm getting something here about, yeah, that this is a clear message that this divine masculine collective that I'm picking up on, they were under an illusion at some point about someone else romantically. Because it's got romantic, because all it's got it's got the thingy, but I can see romantic illusion. But now they're seeking the sacred. I love these cards. Good night, love you too. Sleep well. Yeah, I'm going to go off in a minute because this is longer than I thought I'd be on, but it's not too long. So I feel there's just a couple of more messages. Focus and death. Oh, Christ. So yeah, again, I feel this is about the death of the ego. But this, and it's got 33 in it as well, divine masculine, and it's a 4 and 6 is a 10. You were just mentioning 10, 10. 10 is not quite the end, not quite the beginning. So I feel this collective of divine masculine. So again, this can be different collectives, but it's like they're focusing on what it is they want now, and it's coming through really clear that they want this communication leading to reunions and unions, but a lot of them are still going through the death of the ego. And Charlie, would you like a card before I go? And then look, some people are feeling the risk, like they're feeling that call to follow their heart. Just sorry, I'm looking at the fucking state of my hair and the state of me altogether. But I love myself unconditionally. But I need to get off of this and go in the bath and sort my hair out. Right, so I'm so confused between soulmates. That's Michelle. That is why you really need to, yeah, you really need just start with the discovery call, because basically in the discovery call you can tell me your story and then I can identify what help you need further down the line. But you'll not be confused after we talk. So, and if you are confused, it's part of your journey. But usually, people, it's crystal clear. Like seriously, that's why I was telling the story of somebody I'd worked with recently. That yeah, that we did, and this happens with everyone. We did pinpoint it, that it was like where she was confused. The clarity and the clear vision, no pun intended, came through after connecting with me. And I'm not even talking about one-to-one. That's just through these. So that is what I'm here to do. That's why I've got to show up every day. And think about it, with the subconscious mind, right? Which is everything that I do. I know I repeat things a lot, and you'll hear me say a lot. It annoys me, but it's because it's getting it. You know what I mean? I'm untangling the conditioning, the negative conditioning, the negative NLP that is drummed into everyone every day. Because I'm trained in NLP too, but it's like I've done that so that I know how to undo it. Do you know what I mean? So where the bad seeds have been planted, like Michelle, you making reference that you feeling like you talk too much and everything, I plant the seed that it's okay to talk, it's okay to use your voice, you know what I mean? It's okay to share your feelings for the people that have been taught that it's not okay to do that, usually men. But some women too. Right, so dream talk. This came out when I just said subconscious. Your subconscious is constantly and subtly speaks to you through dreams. It's just one of the many ways in which your soul and those here in the spirit world can reach out and communicate with you through signs, symbols, messages, more. So that's two things. That is about anyone that's lost someone in the spirit world recently. So like I said, I could feel that family friend around me very much. And thanks, Michelle, because I really do feel that was an absolute confirmation of me to go to the funeral there. So and um but I also feel that is about how much you communicate with your twin in the spirit, everyone there, like when you're sleeping and everything like that. So yes, I was with my twin for 2.5 years. Ah, right. And so are you divine feminine or divine masculine? Did I ask you that? Um where's Nathan? Yes, they run because they're overwhelmed by being in love for the first time, yeah. Yes. And also, it depends when you meet your twin too. It can simply be you're too young. Like, you know what I mean? Like, some people want to live it out and live it up and party a little bit before they like get in. And it's not even really about that though, because then they can go and like get committed to other people and stuff. But you're not needing to go at that deep level with soulmates, which that may resonate with people that are talking right now or something. Night, Michelle. Trust that you are more than you realise. No apologise for who you are. Yes, love it. I'm so confused. Oh yeah, I just read that bit. I really don't next, but I'm an empath and I never want any oh dears to be in offended. No, Michelle, do you know what? What I'm going to be honest with you about is you're not going to be able to stop that. It's happened and it will happen again. Everyone's got shadows and people get triggered. So it's, everyone has to take personal responsibility for their own for themselves, you know what I mean? But it's nice that you care about that, but just be yourself basically, you know what I mean? I have to run, so fam. I'm so grateful for you all. You have no idea. Yes, love you, OG Michelle. See you later. So much neuro linguistic programming at every time. Yeah, exactly. Watch They Live. Um Answered yes, I'm a twin, therefore I'm a divine feminine. Right, okay. My twin's higher self is always with me. Yes, that is the case for all of us. Would you like a card? But are you new around here, Charlie? Because the thing is, most twins that are drawn to me are actually like females that are the divine masculine energy. Up until recently, we are attracting a few more females that are divine feminine. But that's why I ask. As a newbie, I don't want to step on any toes. Honestly, I am who I am and unconditionally love myself. Hard to learn being rejected by my mother. Yeah, Michelle, that's what I can feel. That's what I mean. That's what I'm feeling. There's a lot in, like I said, there's a lot in mother healing. This is why I'm feeling like I'm feeling the divine masculine energy in you a lot. That's why I was asking what one you identify with more. Yeah, like I said, I can do it on here, but it's quite hard and like I said, I'm tired. Like it's harder for me to tune into, but it's more important that you know. But like I said, anybody that is feeling confused about E-site is because basically it's an energy clearing. So and I'm saying you really need I need to clear your energy. It's quite a strong feeling. I am my own twin flame. Yeah, that's what I say all the time. You've got to say that to yourself. You are your own twin flame, but you've got a twin flame too. So right. So Charlie, what does Charlie need to know? I do have dominantly masculine traits. Yeah, have you got a lot of fire? Like I've got a fire, sun, and moon. So, and it's like I say all the time, you have to be, women on their own have to be in their masculine quite a lot because if you've not got anybody else protecting you, you have to protect yourself. You know what I mean? But that's why but then you have to be open to receiving your masculine when they do come forward and taking a step down from being so masculine, and that can be hard in itself too. But you've got all the time alone to practice that, guys. So that's Twin Flame 101 in a nutshell. But like I said, I've been on for a few hours and I do want to get off. So like what's the message for Charlie? Ground yourself. Being distracted, unfocused, and oh my god, this is so fun. Right. So again, if you're new, look at what they're saying here. Right. I get exactly what this is about because I can start to feel myself being like, right, I'm getting tired and I'm feeling like I need to go and have a bath and I need to go. And I could feel it's like I'm getting kind of unfocused and and this is what the card said. So I love what they're doing here. So if anyone else is feeling like that, take the hint and get yourself to bed. Being distracted, unfocused, and tired, irritated, and impatient are all signs that you're ungrounded. Now is the time to become centered and allow spirit to help you ground yourself and reconnect to divine source. So just be aware of anything that might be making you feel a bit ungrounded there, Shally. So it could be, so they're saying to me, like, you could be doing similar to me. Like, so for instance, I'm putting about in the higher dimensions right now, pulling through all these messages, which I'm always in that energy anyway, but I'm more in it when I'm when I'm doing this. And it's about, right, now it's time to come back down, eat something, ground, and sleep. So come back into your body a bit more. So there's something like that with you, or something is kind of making you feel a bit ungrounded there. And I do feel there's a need to be calling and working with your power animals right now. That's been coming up a lot of people. I'm going to do a video about how to meet your power animal because there's a real need for it right now. And stop. When was the last time you had fun? When was the last time you took a chance and did something silly, something totally unlike you, something just for the joy of it? It's long overdue for you to let go of your analytical mind and give yourself and your soul some permission to have fun. So make sure you do something to pick your energy up there a bit. Yeah, I hear you. Have you had insomnia? I've had major insomnia, but what's actually weirdly sorted it out was because I had Zoom sessions with people on Tuesday, and one of them was one of them was long, and one of them was really really long. It's like and they were both magical, but it sorted it out. You know what I mean? Because I like got to the point of being so tired, and then I had quite a good sleep. Well, depends which way you see it. I had a few hours sleep, and then I woke up, so I've had broken sleep. But now I am quite. I feel it's tonight. I'm going to have it. Well, I might not, but I feel like I'm going to sleep nice tonight. So please God. But wait a minute, let's just oh shit, I didn't see it. I didn't pull my own card, did I? It's when I don't, it's when I feel the masculines up worrying and stressing and like which is actually like I can feel when people are not feeling good on this channel and I can feel when quite a lot of people are and then obviously I can tap into when my one isn't feeling good as well. Good recognises good. I'm just going to take this as my card. I didn't really shuffle, but we haven't had it yet, and it's just jumped out. Are you talking to me or Charlie? Because if you're talking to me, absolutely. Vision comes from within. I think mine is too, not sure. My dreams have been worse than this dimension by far. I'm an excellent sleeper, but I stay up most of the nights till 4. Michelle, that's funny. I'm sometimes like that, and sometimes I can go to my bed early. It really just depends. But most of the time, I'd say the last few months it has been like that. Like I just said to my mum the other day, I'm not really going to be able to sort that out, I don't think, till like mid-March, because, oh, what's the song? Oh, it's one of my favourites. Right, so this might be meaningful to you, but certain things, James Arthur and someone and featuring Chasing Grace. So Grace might be oh well, Grace is about, have grace in a situation or for someone, but that song's about being virtually yours. So I also think it might have something to do with the internet, but it's about being addicted to someone and it feeling like an addiction, but the good kind of addiction. Yeah, listen to it yourself, but like that's one of my favourites. Let's read this. Oh, that I wonder if that's about the red string of fate, because even if it's not, that's the thing that I like. Because the red string of fate is about, it doesn't matter how far you and your twin flame go, and even if you're involved with other people, like you're always connected. Yeah. Two. There's the. Oh dear, my soulmate has been giving me hell and it makes me sad. And is it, I don't think I should really get into this when I'm wanting to go soon, but is it a stupid question to say, do you want to stay with your soulmate? Like, I suppose you do if you're still with them. Like, is there any reason why you need to stay with them? I know it's not always that simple. How do you ladies feel his higher self with you? Oh God, that's a really fucking hard question to answer. I feel, Michelle, if you can, I feel that's why I'm feeling I need to, I feel like you know what I would recommend you do? Have you watched my shamanic journey on the clearing the codependency and addiction? Because it's also about clearing black magic and spell work. If you can't feel their higher self around you, there's some fuckery went on. I would watch that. And then check in 3 weeks and let's see how you feel. Because something's cut off you can't cut off the connection, but it's making you feel like, or there is the possibility if you're not sensing the higher self, that can mean that something's about to happen. So it just really depends. Ever think your twin flame sends sogs and yeah, because like that's just absolutely. When I'm on my own, mine sends ones all the time. Like his higher self's been crazy around me for the past 14 years that I've consciously known that and all my friends, even friends that aren't in my life now, have seen that happen. It's nuts. And also, I'm one of the twin flames where even when other twin flame healers have been doing readings, especially live ones, they're like, whether I've had a recorded reading or an email reading over the years or a live one, people are mind blown with the things that come through, like in real time. It happens on here all the time, actually. Like, actually, it's already happened tonight. Actually, big time. Right, Red Stringer here also. Sorry to hear that, Charlie. Yeah, he doesn't want me. Why are you with him then? Right, basically, I'm just going to put this out there, and it's if you're a divine feminine and you are with a soulmate for whatever reason, it's your twin flame is going to keep choosing somebody else too because you're choosing somebody else. Do you know what I mean? So that's how it works. It's just I feel a lot of people don't like that because it's like that's not fair. But that's not, the twin flame journey isn't like any other journey. And that is just basically how it is. So your divine mirror. So the more you're not choosing what you really want and you're choosing somebody else, they'll keep doing that. But some people make the mistake of, well, there was someone else, so do somebody else, or I'll choose somebody else. So that is like that. It's hard to remember that we have never been taught. It takes trusting our own intuition, our own heart. I can't even talk, but this is mine, it's fine. It takes learning how to listen to what the soul whispers to us when we can get still enough, free enough from the distracting chaos of our everyday life. It's a mystery to me what allows us to remember to the good. I trust it will always be. Maybe it's blood memory, maybe it's encoded somewhere in the soul, at the heart of what it means to be human. Good recognises good. I was first given a red thread by a shaman. The shaman has picked the card about a shaman. When I saw her the first time, the only accurate way to describe it is that I recognised her, I remembered her, and I've spoke about in this live that is what I've had experiences like with somebody that I hadn't met on the Zoom before, and then I met her and it felt like we've both known each other for forever. So that's quite funny. But people are like that to me all the time. But I couldn't possibly know or grasp how or from when. And that wasn't the point of the recognition. The point was to strengthen my own trust in myself because my intuition, my soul had led me to her. Look at this is magical. Look at what I just said about when people are to trust yourself about if you're led to book with me. The red thread is about remembering the good within ourselves and each other, and the red thread is about recognising those who are walking with us to remind us that we're here together to be good. And that's really why I've got a free discovery call, right? It's so that like I can see who you are and see whether I want to work with you or not as well, to keep it real. But you wouldn't be guided to book that if not. But I have to do that to protect myself because you never know when with people these days. But it's also to show you that there are good people in the world. Like I sit on lives with people and Zooms with people for free and help them the same way I would that somebody's paid like hundreds of pounds for. Do you know what I mean? So it's like it's just my calling, and it's like I know that the karma will come back at me either by in a good way by the person coming back and doing a session when they feel guided to, or the money will come back in some other way from someone else. You know what I mean? And that's you have to be really trusting to do that. And I, like I said, I've been burnt. People have fucked me over money big time on this channel. Connected to like people are like, oh yeah, it's like they have. But I always hold space that the same people might come back and apologize and do right. And by that point, to be honest, I wouldn't probably I definitely probably wouldn't care about the money, depending on how much it is. But it's actually I probably wouldn't even no, there definitely is. It's like I feel weird. It's karma. Where people are owed money, it's like I would receive it, but it's basically it's not about the money for me. It's more about treating people the right way and karma. And as long as people sort of learn that lesson, I'm all for people coming back if they're genuinely sorry. But I'm just sort of saying that because it's like you'd think with that happening, some people would be like, well, don't do that. But it's I can't cut everybody else off because that happens because when people do that, it comes from a place of pain. You know what I mean? It always comes from a place of pain, and it doesn't mean it's not annoying and hurtful, but I can always see what's happened, and it just makes me sad that it goes that way. So the red thread is for those of us who are devoted to returning again and again to the heart, who listen to what the heart knows and then do whatever we can to put that knowing into action. And what am I teaching you all this month and especially next week? I'm teaching you all to take messy action and say, fuck it, let's go. Love it. Notice how none of us got the same card. Usually we all get one of the same cards, but so there's something changing in the collective here. We're all following our own unique missions. I love it. If you didn't see that, it says plan, fuck it, let's go. Mary Magdalene anointed Christ before he was crucified. Mary made anointing the most sacred ritual in the Christian tradition. This is really funny because I just had that conversation with someone at the weekend that it's like, whenever true people have read my energy, they always talk about that, like I've got the stamp on the forehead and a chosen one and everything because it's true. But it's like, and that's why I'm so connected to the 144. But that's what I'm doing with people as well. Like it's deliverance and it's like anointing and it's powerful. So, Mary was given secret teachings from Christ because his love for her was extraordinary. Mary's gospel was buried and forgotten for millennia. This is why I wear the red thread. It's hard to remember something you've never been taught, but I do this in memory of her. I do this because the good can never be lost. Wow. What do I know in this moment that no one ever taught me? how to talk to God. Nobody taught me that. Well, unless you include God talking me, that's. And also how to know that what you just asked me. How do you know that you're talking your twin flames higher self? I just know. It's funny when it really first started happening. Yeah. It's like subliminal kind of like that's what's funny. Like they don't add. Well, maybe they do. I don't think they realize they're doing it. Like it's the obvious one is through social media. If you're both on each other's social media, they can indirectly post stuff or songs or things like that, and they might not know that they're giving a message to you. And even you might, if you're not confident about it, you might be like, I wonder if that's for me. Because it's funny, like at first I was like, is that for me? Like, is he trying to signal something? But then after a while, I was like, that's definitely fucking for me, but I wish he would just pick up the phone and talk to me. Do you know what I mean? And then it just got weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder. But yeah, nobody taught me that. Nobody taught me that. Unless you include my God teaching me and my twin flames higher self teaching me. So that's why I'm good at helping people know the difference. And that's why I'd say, when people are confused about twin flames and soulmates and karmic partners and that, like, and I'd actually really seriously consider whether that was even your twin flame in the first place if you're not wanting to go the whole way to be with him. But right, okay, let's read this and I'm going to go, guys, because I need to get off. So, let's see. Well, you have many gifts, not sure what I've got besides my smarts and intuition. No, Michelle, you have got a powerful gift too. I've felt it through your comments, your standing comments on the live chat and in the emails. So I'd love to do some one-to-one work with you around what stops you from believing that. So I said I was dealing with a soulmate, not with him. Uh, yeah, why don't you want your twin? Oh, actually, no, fuck. Okay, well, you can answer it if you want, but I need to go. Just because I'm tired. I wouldn't be able to give you as much as my energy as I'd want to, but I will see what you say. I'm just matching energy now in mine. I can't keep chasing it. You're, Michelle, good. You're not meant to chase some. You're meant to get to the point where you don't want to chase some. Don't chase. I know you know that, but just everyone do that. You'll just annoy them if you chase them. Well, actually, it'll get to the point where they want you to chase them, ironically, but don't do that. Some will want you to, and some won't. You're my only shamanica, female shaman. Is this a name I should be adopting? Nativity sprung to mind. I'll quit Starbucks and use that money. You're amazingly divinely gifted. And worth every penny. Thank you. What's the name of the video I need to watch? It's got something about swearapy. Swearapy, that's funny. It's something about addictions and codependency, and I've got I think I've got curly hair and a leopard print top. So it was the last soul retrieval well, they're all soul retrieval, but it was the one more kind of focused one. Nice to meet you too, and see you later. See you next time. 411, indeed. Right, yes, the quote comes to mind as anything sent from the universe will come with clarity, not confusion. Yeah, that's a funny one, right? Because I think that's something that people say about God a lot. Like anything from God will come with clarity and not confusion. And yeah, I do agree with it mostly. But what I will say about the twin flame journey is if you can, and this is where I'm passionate about this, but you can have things with your twin where it will be very confusing and painful because remember you're triggering each other's trauma to clear it. That's why that card in the twin flame deck comes out about clearing karma. But if there is confusion around the connection, it's not the right time, it's divine timing. And so that's where I'd add to that, if there's confusion in your twin flame connection, it doesn't mean necessarily it's not your twin flame, it's just not the right time. And so, yeah. Right, anyway. I may have watched it, but I'll rewatch. Well, if you've watched it, then give it time because this is what people. Again, I'm going to do a video to really explain this. That is a soul retrieval, right? And soul retrieval, from the day you do it, your energy's coming back slowly over the 3 weeks. So you've got to be really kind to yourself, and you actually can go through quite a big purge, and where you can feel you can cry, you need to sleep a lot. you could be extra sensitive and triggered more so than usual. But then when it gets to 3 weeks from that date, which I've got it on my phone when that's going to be, it'll probably be in about a week or something, maybe even 5 days. And I'm going to check in and ask how people are doing because people forget. People actually forget, like, like even, when I was speaking to people the other day as well, and I was like, what ones of my journeys have they done? And they're, oh yeah, I've done that and I've done this. And so it's I wouldn't recommend you do too many. I wouldn't recommend you do too many of them. Like pick one and take your time with it. It's because these are just as potent as doing an actual session with me. And so you could question, well, Claire, why would anyone spend money with you then if that's the case? And believe me, some people have taken that and run with it. But it's a test of karma. I'm not tricking people, but they've got me to do that. That only you and people watching this in live and people that lurk, which are a lot of people, some people that don't even like me, I might add, and that's fine as long as you're getting the help and you're not sending me the evil eye. And if you're sending the evil eye, like I'm just sending you love to heal your shadows and your pain. But like, yeah, only you're gonna know if you're watching me over and over and over and over and over and over again, and then never investing. And it's kind of like, but only if you feel really pulled to me, because it's not really about me. It's about if you want to work with me, but then you're always saying you can't afford it, which is this must be some people for you saying this. Is that really true? Or are you just not valuing yourself enough and you're like spending money on things that you don't really need that aren't going to help you as much? And even worse, they might be hurting you. And it doesn't need to be about me. This can be about anything if you think about it. Like might be something else you need for self-care, and you'd rather kind of spend it on things that are in little increment. And it's kind of like when people it's kind of like, right, for me personally, whenever I've worked up that ladder, like when I started spending like over £100 on sessions like live Zooms, or I've paid over £100 for like a recorded reading before, and they're worth every penny because I'll get guided to the right person, and it's very helpful at the time that I need it. And so you might be, oh shit, I'd never pay that for it, but it's that's about it's a little bit about limiting beliefs, and it's a little bit like, yeah, about that. It's much you value yourself and how much is going to lift something. But like, yeah, that's the reason why I've got loads of stuff there for free, because I know lots of people aren't in a place to invest, and people don't need to, and maybe some people aren't even meant to. But all I know is I'm meant to put this stuff out there to help people. And but thank God, build it and they will come, and people are coming to spend money now. Thank God. It's not like people never spend money, but there can be very, very quiet periods, and it can get very worrying. So, but I don't think that's this year. I can feel it, and that's why I need to go and clock off now. So, sending you lots of love, and I'll read these last comments. Right person, wrong time. Yes, absolutely. That was what was in my case too. My OCD is actually hypervigilance from CB. Yes, exactly, Michelle. And that's, thanks for saying that. That's the case for a lot of people. You know, it's, somebody that's kind of like clocking everything. It's just you've been taught how to do that. So we're absolutely divinely protected from all energetic attacks from any and all sources. Yes, absolutely. See, that 416 angel number is omnipresent. There you go. Look how many times you've shown us what your gift is. I hope you can take that on board, that, to not be internalizing wherever it is you've got that from, past or present. So anyway, sending you lots of love, guys. Look at me. I'm fucking melting in front of you. I'm melting. I know I need something, and I know that you're the real deal. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me, and I really do appreciate it. I feel the love every time you comment, actually. It's really, really strong, whether it's been in the emails or the comments, and it's not, I don't say that all the time. I really mean it. So I feel whatever painful things you've went through, it's definitely building you into it's molding you into a powerful healer. So, right, anyway, how the fuck do I end this? Like, seriously, I can't. So I think the day that I'm going to be doing the lives, I mean, like, oh, wait a minute, I do need to say this. So I'm aiming to get back to doing daily lives, right? So probably Tuesday to Friday, or it might be like Monday to Friday. I don't know. Nah, probably Tuesday to Friday, right? And I'd probably be better to do it like during the day again, like I've done it before, or tea time. But I can't see me doing that until like mid-March or April. I just can't see me getting in, just if I've got clients and trying to get in the flow and keeping up my housework, it's all quite a lot. So, but that's just to say to people, if you're, if that's something that you feel like you might want to that would, I don't know, that if you just want to sort of hang out and stuff, and like I said, I'd keep them about 30 minutes, no more than an hour. So that's what I need to find. I need to find out what's going to work for me. But I'm not worrying about that right now. I'm just telling you that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to have a prayer circle that'll either be a post or it'll be a live. Might just be a post and then or both. And yeah, but for now, I'll stick with the Thursday night lives, 6:30 or 8, and I'll always just update. So just please always check the community tab because I do write really powerful channel things there. You know, it's not me, they're doing it through me. So anyway, you lift me, thank you very much. Fly away, Claire, fly like an eagle. Yes, I will. That's what's his name? What's his name? Fly like an eagle. That's Space Jam, isn't it? Right. Where's Zoom? This is hilarious. I'm like, oh, there it is. I found it. Right. Now I'm going, see you later. Melting. Someone's melting for you. Maybe you're melting for your person.